Okay, let me continue the what I left out earlier. So the third type of example of the equation is this reciprocal equation. So this ego inversely proportional to knowledge is the example equation using Einstein as excuse. Yeah. So anyway, uh, since I brought up the historical irony of the Einstein and his contribution to the quantum mechanics and his abandoning later on based on his conviction, quasi-philosophical conviction, I would say. But anyway, so this is the reciprocal relationship that's showing it, and to show it in a more visual manner, let's say this one, if you think of this one as y equals y, and the knowledge x is y equal 1 over x. Yes, it's a reciprocal equation, right? So if this is y-axis, this is x-axis input and output. And if you think of plot that up, it will look like this. So when the people with who don't know too much, but they believe a lot of stuff, it could be God or any sort of religion or whatever they are. So they don't know much, but they believe a lot. This is such a hyper-inflated different variation of ego. It could be individual, collective ego. On the other hand, if somebody is a very well knowledgeable people, so scientists and so on, the more they know, they humbling down because the more they learn, they realize they know almost nothing. That's basically almost universal thing all the learned people share. So, based on this, Einstein came up with this simple semi-joke formula, and the visually is represented the reciprocal equation of function can be represented like this. Yeah. And the next one we are going to go to is the most famous one of all, E equal mc square. This stamp is from the 2005. 2005 is 100th year anniversary of special theory of relativity, which came out in 1905. And since this is such a famous one, and this turned out to be equal mc square is a quadratic equation, and I'm using this one as the example for what I'm trying to bring up. So equal mc square, if E is a y, C is a x, and the m is, in this case, is m coefficient is 1 is x squared, 2x squared, 3x squared, whatever that coefficient is m, right? So if you plot that up, the quadratic equation is basically a parabola. It goes all like this. Equal y equal x squared is like this. If it's a 2, 3x squared, it's a steeper, whatever if it's a fraction is less, it's going to be more less stable like this. Yeah, and this is a quadratic formula's behavior. And then so far here in this two-part series, so far I'll come up with more later on. But here we have four equations. Einstein was excuse, of course, linear, reciprocal, quadratic, and inequality. The example I brought up is this one is not linear. It's a linear combination of a linear equation, but yeah, equal y a equal x is a linear equation, or a equal y, then yes, that's true. But this is not linear equation. This is a linear combination of that. But this one is extension of the linear equation, and the second one, y equal 1 over x. This one is a reciprocal equation, and the equal mc squared is a quadratic equation, and the inequality for the intuitive versus rational mind. Yes, and the next step, since we come up with all these things in a short time frame to get the overall picture of what's going to happen, and with the excuse of Einstein, of course. And if Einstein is still around, I'm sure he's going to support Unified Super Learning Program a lot, because this is really accelerated the program. And if Einstein learned all this before he entered the college, he spent a decade or so, what he learned, we can learn them in less than a year. Actually, quite often it's less than half a year. And if you are even smarter, it could be even 1 month, 2 months. So I'm talking about this. Average people, it take is a 10 to 50 time. That's what it is. And then if you can do that, does it make it smarter than Einstein? Not necessarily, but your mindset will change. Your brain wiring significantly will be altered for the better, I'm pretty sure. And so if you support unified super learning program, of course, I'm sure Einstein is going to be happy. On the other hand, if you don't, then Einstein is going to laugh at you. So keeping that in mind, and then since I'm sure I'm going to trust us. So we have presented the 4 fundamental equations using his excuse. We presented so much in such a little time. And then please follow and support the Unified Super Learning Program. There is a website and Facebook, and if you at the end of the link, Twitter and so on, YouTube channel, please share and follow and let everybody know about us. Yes, and some of you notice this smart thing right here. Here, Einstein is left-handed. Earlier, Einstein was right-handed. Yes, as a matter of fact, historically speaking, Einstein was actually biologically right-handed person. So how come do Einstein have twins here? Yeah, what do you think? And this was using this as a joke. I'm trying to bring up as bring the symmetry. Left hand, right hand disparity is called the parity in physics, and subatomic structures of the nature, they are quite common. But what Einstein made, Einstein was his observation and discovery of the symmetry of nature. What Einstein was his observation for the fundamental observation that led to the special and general theory of relativity. The starting point was speed of light as a constant, no matter how you watch it, whether you are moving faster or slower from the different initial reference frame, the speed of light will be all the same. That's basically the beginning point. It's a symmetry observation, in other words. This is usually, some people use invariance, covariance, but they are symmetry. And this kind of symmetry in the Unified Super Learning Program, I embed them all over the places, make it as a painless as possible. You don't even realize it, but that's basically profound manner linking together. That's basically what happened. And I'm using the Einstein because, well, his biggest contribution is this discovery of these symmetries. And then, in that manner, I'm trying to bring this revolutionary approach to mathematics and mathematical science all together. But peaceful revolution starts with the proper knowledge. And but we are all around us. If you look around, we are duped by the authorities all around in any industrial or academia, pretty much. And for the proper knowledge, we need majority of people need to wake up and to change the world together. And for that matter, they really need a minimum amount of mathematics. Just rhetorics and written words, and this, they can work to a certain extent, but there is a limit. I mean, a certain degree, people need to be a little bit better mathematically minded altogether. And I'm trying to make it reality, but to do that, support the Unified Super Learning Program to just bring it down to the 10 years of suffering into the few months, several months, half year, 1 year at most, 10, 20 times faster, and for some people, 30, 40 times faster. So how is this going to happen? It's not going to happen without people's support and the waking up all together. So that's why I'm bringing it up, and I hope this works. Anyway, at the end of the credit of this course and pictures are from the public domain, especially this and this and this. So this is shared to as many people as possible. Thank you.